All right. So we're gonna do a floor workout. First, face down on child pose. Toes together, knees apart, eyes closed, forehead on the ground, arms reaching forward, and just find your breath. Sink the hips to the heels. Lengthen the inhales, lengthen the exhales. Breathing into the low back. Palms together, elbows closer towards each other. Bend the elbows, bring your thumbs between your shoulder blades. Breathe into your armpits. Arms straight. Come all the way face down, belly on the floor. We're going to do some back extensions here. Start by anchoring the lower body. Big toes touching, knees squeezing together. Flex your ankles and lift the toes off the ground. Flex the ankles hard so you feel that shin muscle firing. Squeeze the knees hard so you feel the adductors firing. And give it a sense of internal rotation so that the heels separate away from each other. Hands and elbows on the ground. First, lift the head straight up off the ground. Keep looking down, keep the chin in, avoid lifting the chin up and looking forward. Nice length on the back of the neck. Check the feet, flex the ankle, and then lift the elbows and hands off the ground. So squeeze your rhomboids, shoulder blades together, squeeze your lats, shoulders away from the ears, and then some external rotation of the upper arm. Making sure that you're lifting your wrist up, trying to get it higher than your elbow, but don't flex your wrist. Keep your wrist straight. Check your feet, check your ankles, and avoid lifting your toes too high. Try to keep them really like 2 to 3 inches off the ground. That's perfect. Now flex your ankle more, more, more. There you go. Squeeze the toes, squeeze the knees. Big breaths here. Tuck in the tailbone to protect the low back. Check the wrist, check the ankles, check the breath. Big, big breath. Exhale, lower down, back to child pose. Toes together, knees apart, hips towards the heels. Use the opportunity to fill up your body with breath. And let's set you up for another back extension. Same. Starting from the bottom up. Toes together, knees together, roll the thighs in, flex the ankle. Toes lifting just a little bit off the ground so you get the hamstrings engaged, but we can keep them nice and long here. Head up, neck long, chin in. Make sure that as you're lifting the head up that you're not pressing on your hands. Get the hands off the ground here. Big breath. Every inhale, peeling just a little bit higher. Exhale, don't let it drop. Holding this position, you're going to inhale. Squeeze your elbows like you're trying to get them to touch behind your back. Exhale, glide your arms all the way forward, keeping them off the floor. Inhale, reach them back. Exhale, glide. Try to slow it down so that your breath is nice and deep. When the arms go forward, make sure you're still tucking your tailbone to avoid hyperextension of the low back. Check the ankles. Flex them hard. Shin muscles burning. 2 more reps here, 2 more breaths. And then back to our child pose. Reconnect with the breath. Walk your hands to the right, bring your head to the right, torso to the right, a little side stretch here, breathing into the left side of the body. To center and all the way to the left side. Breathing onto the right stretch. And back to center. All right, we're gonna go face up. So on your back, face up. Set up your legs in the same position you had them when you were facing down. So the legs are straight, knees a couple inches off the ground. Flex the ankle hard. Shoulders stay on the ground. Take an inhale. As you exhale, hover your heels towards your tailbone. Barely, barely, barely touching the mat. And reach them away. Try to slow it down a little bit more. Slow down the breath. Exhale as the heels come towards the tailbone. Inhale as you reach them away. Two more reps. And we're gonna set up for a bridge pose here as a counter pose. So feet hip width apart, toes slightly in. When you're ready, press the hips off the ground. Tucking the tailbone here to avoid hyperextending the back, arms to the side, palms face up. Tuck that tailbone, engage the front hip flexors. Keep the breath flowing smoothly in and out. Take a big breath in. Exhale, roll down the spine, one vertebra at a time. Good. Once the sacrum touches, we're going to do another rep of those heel drags. So starting far out, keep the ankle flexed the whole time, keep the knees together the whole time, tuck the tailbone, pin the front ribs, get a little more tension on the core. When you're ready, take an inhale, exhale, drag those heels. Extra effort to pin ribs and tailbone as the legs go straight. Two more. And we'll counter pose with a bridge pose. Tuck the tailbone, keep it tucked. Don't let your hips sag down as you lift them up. Keep tucking, pin the front ribs down. Try to get that nice long spine as you gently extend it. Couple more breaths here. And with an exhale, roll your spine down. All the way down, 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 tucking the tailbone here on the way down as well. Good. Okay, let's set up for leg traces. Legs straight out. Set them up like we did before, and then bring the right heel over the left ankle. Roll the thigh in. Keep it rolled in. You're gonna trace that right heel over the center midline of the shin, right over the knee, through the middle of your quad, and then all the way down. So as you're going down, that's an inhale. As you're going up, that's an exhale. Last one here, you're gonna keep that knee up. Bring your left hand, squeeze it against your right knee, palm face up, pinky side pressing the inside of the right knee. Just adding some pressure so you can really squeeze that leg in. Try to get that knee closer to the chest, closer to the hand, and more internal rotation, waking up the muscles of the hip. Couple big breaths here as you're pressing. And to come out of it, we're going to reach the heel down and do one more rep before switching sides. Excellent. Switch sides here. Make sure that bottom leg has a little bit of a bend on the knee. Roll that thigh in. When you're ready, 5 reps up and down with the breath. Good. On that 5th rep, you're gonna hold that flexion, and this time we bring the right hand to press to the inside. Elbow straight, shoulder down to the ground. Yeah, and just a little bit of pressure, 5 to 10 pounds. Trying to wake up the muscles of the left hip side. Breathe in here, couple breaths. And when you're ready, 1 full rep to flush it out. Okay. And then both heels next to each other, separate the legs a little bit, and just a little windshield wiper with the ankles side to side, or even circles if you want. Just releasing those hips, releasing the groin. Bend the knees, and we'll just do a crossover stretch here. So right leg over the left, and send the knees to the right side, and just nice and easy twist here. Breathing. Back to center. Uncross and switch sides. Left leg over the right. Knees go to the left side. And back to center. Separate the legs, uncross them. Yeah, and we'll go into Shavasana. Just one final pose here to integrate. So the legs are straight and out, arms are straight and out, palm up, and just let go of your body, let go of your breath. Let everything be heavy for a minute. Feet heavy, ankles heavy, calves melting down. Soften around the knees, around the thighs, hips heavy, spine heavy, torso heavy, belly soft, rising and falling to the natural rhythm of the breath. Shoulders sink down, arms, hands. Heavy head, soften the jaw, soften the eyes, soften the forehead, and just breathe and watch, staying present and soft. Watching the breath. Staying here for as long as you like.